Yep.
Okay, so Len and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance here again. We're continuing on with this Michelin Road 5 tyre on the Ducati multistrada. So the tyre's now on, but as you can see it's not popped out on the bead yet. Now I deliberately haven't reinserted the valve core yet. We can do that quite soon. But first of all, we're going to pop the tyre out onto the bead. So I'm using a clip-on type inflator. A press-on type inflator will work, but a clip-on type inflator is preferable because you're ideally supposed to keep the distance and keep away from the wheel and the tyre while you're popping the tyre onto the bead, because it can pop out with some force. Gives people a fright sometimes, which is understandable. So we're aiming for 42 psi, but that's after the tyre is beaded. So the first priority is get the tyre onto the bead, and then the second priority is get the valve core in and set the pressure. So I've put my clip-on inflator on there. I'm going to pop that. That's one. Can you look at that side? No, it's two. Good. So both sides are popped on. You could hear there was a bit of a pop. So I'm not worried about what the pressure is just now. It's only 30, but in this case it doesn't matter. I'm going to take this off. Most of the air will rush out, but I'm going to put a new valve core in. In this case, because the valve was metal, it hasn't been changed, but we are going to change to a new valve core because the valve core has rubber parts in it, and we want to make sure that we don't have any mechanical failure, and especially on this rubber part or in the spring. So I'm going to let the air out, I'm going to put a valve core in, and we'll put it back up to 42 psi, which is the standard tyre pressure for this bike. Okay, so that's our new valve core in, and we can set 2.9 bar, which is 42 psi. Forty, 42. Lovely. And not to forget our valve cap, which is very important to make sure that we don't get dust and dirt and contaminants into the valve. Now at this point, I'm going to check the tyre has a line cast into it all the way around 360 degrees. That should be parallel with the rim, which it is in this case on that side. I'm going to flip the tyre around, I'm going to start the valve, I'm going to do the same. I'm running my finger around there by eye and by feel. Is that cast line parallel all the way around? And it is. If that line is in the right place, the tyre is beaded properly. If it's not in the right place, it's maybe not beaded properly, we might need to apply more lubricant or more pressure, clean the wheel better, or etc, etc. But in this case that's looking good. So in the next video we're going to clean this up. The tyre soap just now is quite liquid, it's quite easy to get off, but if you leave that to set, it's much more difficult to get off. So we're going to get that off while it's still quite fresh and slick. Okay, that's fine, that'll be the next video. See you soon.